let's jump into the draft and see what we're gonna. Are we gonna see a mouthfeel ban again? Or are we gonna finally see mouthfeel? What do you think?
I think he's going to get banned. I don't think anybody wants to deal with it right now.
All right. Okay.
It seemed like both of these teams get into long, extended team fights, so the Malthael will shine in those situations. So I don't think either team will want to deal with that.
Right. That's true.
So on the side of TQ, they're probably looking to ban one of the hyper strong melees on the side of new guys, maybe the Genji again.
But then you're leaving, you leave Malthael. Oh, all right. What? Okay.
Yep, there comes the Malthael.
Nobody wants to play with Malthael. Come on. All right. Okay. All right. I guess. Okay. Malthael banned again. That's cool. There it is.
Okay. So, first pick Uther. I don't think you need to let that go over to the side of new guys.
Not after last game. Those Divine Storms were what tore you up at the end of the day, right? Like he would come in and immediately Divine Storm, and you're like, wait, what? Oh, damn. Okay. So yeah, you gotta let that go, right? Thinking hard, though.
Yep, taking their time.
Thinking hard.
Ariel, okay.
See, my problem with setting that up as your first pick is it tells everybody, I need a hope battery, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, well, cool. I just don't give you a hope battery. Then what? Right?
Like, yeah, and you at least get to prepare your team knowing that this is what's going to happen.
Right. So, now you know, all right, well, they're going to run somebody that's going to help hope. So either it's,
and that, to me,
Lunara,
that screams Stitches, right? Separate the hope team
and then kill, right? So it's almost worth taking that early pick Stitches at this point.
Mm-hmm.
They saved Stitches until the 4 pick last time around.
Mm-hmm. Uther Tessar. Okay.
Okay. All right, so this is setting up as a different comp automatically.
Limiting the value of the Holy Trinity for TQ.
Right.
So then maybe, do you go into they've talked about the bug on Horrify, so maybe Gul'dan isn't a good pick here. So maybe they still go into the Vala.
You almost have to, but then you so this is why I like what you guys did here. They took Tassadar away, which means no Holy Trinity. So I like that. I like that decision. I think that's a good decision.
Yep.
And see that's like the
there we go.
That's the fake Holy Trinity right there. I have to share my my belief. So Medivh can be great, or Medivh can be horrible. If you have Glaurung on your team, Medivh is like god tier. If you don't have a Glaurung type player on your team, Medivh is horrible. But what I like better for shields is actually Zarya, because she can pump out the numbers and still give you those shields that you need, right?
Yep.
So I actually prefer Zarya in that case.
Yeah, and this would be a good feel the heat scenario too. So I probably would have preferred the Zarya over the Medivh as well.
Right. No, I agree. 100% I agree. So the question becomes, ooh, I like that ban. That's a good ban.
But don't you want to take the Arthas into this?
No.
You get the next pick.
Not with the Uther Tassadar, and not they have a strategy planned, looking at what they've picked so far, based on them taking Ariel away. No, I like this plan because they're looking. I mean, Arthas would have been nice to shut down the the Vala, but I like this plan. You have the next pick. You took away the Arthas.
I mean, you're probably looking to take the stitches. You don't want to give them the Medivh stitches at the very least on the side. So,
but
let's see.
Okay.
Tyrael.
That's like shields for days. Like, Greymane is probably not going to die, but you need something else here. You still need something else. Do you go because cocktail build Greymane is not a thing anymore. You can't run that, right? So do you go a Lunara, hoping to finish up?
He's definitely going to need a partner to whittle down, maybe even a KT.
Possibly.
Ooh, this is looking strong on the side of TQ.
Wow. I dig this.
The Medivh Sonya pairing is going to be really strong.
No, I dig. Wow. Yeah. I like this. You need a range damage of some kind. I was gonna say something like a Lunara, but I mean Lunara could work, except if they cluster together, then Ariel's heal brings them all up to full, right? And you want another blow up. I almost wanted to say Kerrigan, but I just don't feel like she quite fits.
They're kind of lacking in the CC department.
Right. All right. Okay. And
there's the Kael'thas.
That could work. Right. That'll give him some CC. That'll give him the zone control of the Phoenix. All right. I can see that.
Tyrael might struggle a little bit against the hyper aggression I think we're going to see from TQ. I kind of want to see the Sonya go into leap.
Yeah. All right. So, this should be interesting. Let's go ahead and let's go through the team. So we got on the blue team 4 new guys. Stu Manchu playing that Tyrael, Ataro on the Kael'thas, Grim on the Tassadar, Phoenix playing that Uther, and Santa Claus on the Greymane.
And on TQ we've got Renray on Ariel, Redian on Diablo, Fatal on Vala, And Waddle on Medivh, and Woven on Sonya.
All right. I like this. This is gonna be. You know what? Stu Manchu wasn't lying when he said earlier that these were gonna be great games right here.
Yes.
I am looking forward to this.
Yeah, these comps have me pumped up.
And 5-on-5 in the middle. No Abathur hats here. We're just doing it. Spray's already coming down.
Diablo spray too. Taunting.
You got to, man. The taunt game is strong here.
It's hard to say who wins an early 5v5 here.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the Vala Ariel's a little weaker in the early game, and so I think the KT is a little bit stronger. So, I think TQ backing off of this is smart.
So, for a couple of reasons, I think that's true. First, everything you just said is absolutely a reason behind that. But second, like I love Diablo. Diablo is my main tank, 100%, like all the way. Diablo for life, right? Until he gets at least 40 souls, he is squishy, like super squishy. So it's a struggle to go in. And he went with the regen globes, which is the one I actually prefer, especially on this map, where it's 2 globes per shrine. You can pick up a lot of globes when you're clearing the lanes, especially as we see both teams doing a 4-man rotation here. So, so far the build he's chosen is the build I would run, but the struggle is going to be real for Diablo until he has the 40 souls. Like, that's just the way it is, right? It sucks. It's probably my biggest complaint about the reworked of Diablo, but it is what it is, and you just have to be prepared to play around that.
Yeah.
Now, well, go ahead.
I was going to say, I like Diablo going into the Devil's Due on this map because so much fighting is near the minion lane and gets a lot of value out of it.
No, absolutely. Now, the other thing I would point out, though, is that Sonya is going to have a ton of value here.
Oh, yeah. This is one of my favorite maps for her.
And both teams on level 4, but Sonya can just spin. And, like, that's almost an instant TQ has an advantage on the shrine. Now, they haven't taken advantage of it yet because everybody's only 4, but up here, I say that, and there goes Sonya spinning. So, I expect TQ to actually win this first shrine. Now, unfortunately for new guys, it's a Arcane Punisher shrine. And even though it's like a super early Arcane Punisher, it's still an Arcane Punisher. Hands down, the most damage out of a Punisher is going to come from Arcane.
Oh, we got a nice whip on the Greymane there. He might go down.
If somebody can catch him here, he is going to get away just barely. But it put Diablo in kind of a bad situation. He was taking some damage, but finishes off Tyrael. Both teams even skeletal defender-wise.
Yeah, and TQ is going to go ahead and finish up this shrine. They know they're going to get it, so they should go ahead and start putting some pressure either on the mid wave or go ahead and split up.
And it looks like that's what we're going to have here. So Sonya's going to finish off the shrine. And that will be first Punisher going over to TQ. Wall's still up, though. So Tyrael can pull the Punisher across. Oh, I love doing that as Tyrael.
Nice.
The only way it's better is if you're Johanna and you just pop your D as soon as he jumps. And you're like, come on, let's go. We're going to the back. All right, that was a great defense by new guys. They lost the front wall, but that's to be expected. Tassadar Sonya, though, in that top lane solo.
It's an odd matchup. Tassadar's just an odd pairing against anybody, really.
Right.
Because he just kind of does his own thing. So even if he loses the lane physically, he's gonna clear it afterwards. So
No, absolutely. But yeah, and it's bizarre. Diablo taking a little bit of damage. Looks like he is okay now. Ariel getting a decent amount of hope from Vala, who is running the Infernal Shrines multi-shot build with the Hatred Talent level 1 and multi-shot on 4 and 7. It's kind of what I expect.
Ariel took Bursting Light at 7.
Solo Ariel, you almost have to,
Yep.
right?
Yep, absolutely. I'm starting to see Ariels take Heavy Burden a lot at 4 as well.
Huh.
Over the Sacred Sweep talent. Can't remember what it's called off the top of my head.
The one that gives you the more damage when it no, swings faster at 4, right?
Yeah, swings faster. Mm-hmm.
Greyman going in cocktail build, even though we don't really see that often anymore. Or maybe I'm wrong, and I just haven't been looking at Greymane talents lately. But I feel like that's the old cocktail build. Tyrael taking a ton of damage and goes down. That is a bad time to go down as a Tyrael.
Yeah, really good timing for TQ. They're going to go ahead and get a guaranteed shrine, I think.
It does look like that is probably what's going to happen here, yes.
I kind of would have liked them to go ahead and just take that siege camp on the left side.
Instead, they're going to take the bottom wall and just let Sonya clear the shrine.
Fair enough, and just push their experience lead.
More value, right?
Get 10 and punish even further. They'll probably they might get a fort here.
It sure looks like they're going to finish that fort off.
Yeah, New Guys is just committing to splitting top, but I don't think it's going to get the value they want. Well, they are opening up that fort wall for this shaman camp, so as they convert bottom to contest the Punisher, it might get some value, and Sonya's going to have to take some time to go up there.
Yeah, but even with Sonya having to take some time to go up there, now they have to lure this Punisher over the keep wall, which is a lot more work, right? You know what I mean? So, like...
Oh, yeah.
And Tyrael already popped his I want to pull the Punisher over the wall. Like, there is no wall now.
This might translate into a keep for TQ here.
I mean, with ultimate or heroic abilities up, this could translate to game too if TQ decide to really push it. Looks like they're gonna go ahead and back out though. And you were right that Fallen Shaman Camp up top did pick up that fort in that top lane.
This is what I like to see teams do: is after they get a aggressive forward position on the other team's side, they go ahead and get the shaman or the Khazar camp on their team's side, because they're going to get their own camp on the way back.
Yeah, no, and that's just, you know, you don't really typically get anything from that camp, but you do keep the other team from picking up their own camp, right?
Exactly.
So it's really a denial move more than a power play, but I too like when I see teams doing that. Anything odd? No, it looks like we do get Force Wall again, and we got Divine Shield.
Leyline Steel comes out. The APOC combo.
Huge.
Oh, the Sanctification to save him out. And they're going to try and turn this with the Cursed Bullet.
But Uther taking a ton of damage from Sonya coming in.
Wrath of the Berserker doing some work, tearing apart the team.
Oh, that was a good Force Wall to save most of them, but...
And magically, nobody dies.
They are so low. Oh, man, that was...
Everything but Crystal Aegis being popped there. So that was pretty amazing. No one managed to die.
That was a really good fight on both sides, right? I thought for a minute that TNG was going to recover and turn that around, but TQ just stayed on top of it and kept doing what they were doing, and they were able to almost get a full 5-man wipe. Everybody on you guys was really low there.
Yeah, Stu Manchu was... I'm sure holding down that RQ, ready for Sanctification to come up after that Leyline Seal.
Just jamming it down, hoping to get it out in time. It does look like we're going to have a top shrine, so not a ton of value on those Fallen Shamans top lane for TQ, as New Guys is going to have to go up there and just clean it up on the way to the shrine. 11 versus 12, but 13 right around the corner for TQ. I expect them to have that before they hit that shrine, which is not good for the new guys. There it is.
And the 13 tier is a pretty big power jump for TQ. They're going to get the devastating charge for Diablo, and then Gloom is going to really negate a lot of the damage that New Guys is going to be putting onto the Vala.
Right. And it looks like New Guys is just totally giving up the shrine, going to work that mid keep down, or fort down rather.
Yeah, they've got to get caught up.
Well, so instead, TQ is like, it's cool, we're going in.
At least, though, when the Punisher comes out, they will be on the same talent tier and have a little bit of a leg to stand on when it comes bashing into the keep wall. So,
right. And that Punisher's about to pop out, but in the meantime, right? You guys did pick up that fort. I don't know. I struggle with this trade because I feel like they're trading down. They're like, yeah, we got a fort, but we lost a fort. Now we have a Punisher coming to jump our keep wall. And I don't know. I struggle, but I just don't see this working out the way they need it to work out, you know? Are they just looking for that late game, we're going to win a fight and try to push through?
It's shown to work for them in that Curse Hollow game, so hopefully that's their plan here.
I mean, they saved their next keep, but top keep wall and bottom keep wall are now completely down. So structurally, they're not... I mean, structurally, it doesn't look like they're behind number-wise, but they kind of are. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and here's the thing: I don't know that it will ever be a talent tier where the side of New Guys gains an advantage over the talent tier jump for TQ. I think that the level 16 jump is going to be much stronger for TQ than it will be for the New Guys.
Well, yes and no. Holy Ground, it is incredibly powerful. Holy Ground is the only place I disagree with you on. So if you look at the fight so far, and maybe that's what New Guys is banking on, because if you look at the fight so far, for the most part, TQ has been able to walk away when they're not happy with the situation, right? But with Holy Ground plus Force Wall...
Very true.
Maybe New Guys thinks, okay, if we can get to 16... That's when we come online. That's when we take control and say, no. You might want to back out of this fight because you feel like it's advantageous for you to do so. We're not going to let you. Like, you have to stay and fight us here.
Very true. Very true.
But they're going to be a level down, right? It's going to be 16 versus 17 when that comes online for them.
And they know that they need to be aggressive right now because 16 is not online yet for TQ, so they're trying to be as aggressive as possible here and try to catch up.
And realistically, they kind of did what they could, but 16 is right here. Like, you don't want to be mixing it up. Trickle XP is going to give TQ 16 at this point. Out comes the Sank. Out comes a 3-man.
Leyline Seal.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, the Greymane goes down.
He was working on getting that Medivh. Medivh got pretty low, but not quite low enough for Greymane to finish him off. And we're going to have New Guys start the Skeletal Defenders on the Shrine anyway.
So they knew that TQ was pretty low. Figured they'd go ahead and start it, but they might get there.
I mean, they have a 24 Skeletal Defender lead at this point, and they have KT. Chances are good they could still get this.
Oh, the ley line's going to give an... Oh. I said ley line, I meant portal.
That really looked like it was going to open up new guys to getting wiped by
Greymane's back though, so
TQ.
they might be able to re-engage.
They
This was
need
a
to
good
do
move.
it. They have to do it now, or they're not going to get the skeletal
They
defenders.
need to wait for Uther Imperial though. Oh, the Curse Bullet comes out.
And there goes the Arcane Punisher over to TQ. And that's the problem. That's why they really needed KT to be poking that entire time. This Punisher has no wall, right? And
Yeah, this is a keep for sure.
they're not 16. So this should 100% be a keep and maybe game if TQ can get 1 or 2 kills.
Yeah, I think new guys could pull off a good defense here, but it's really going to come down to not dying. Okay, there we go.
Man, I thought he was done for. The Diablo flip into the charge into the flip into the charge in a 3-man Punisher jump. Stun, but see, again, we have TQ backing out.
Yeah, a lot of respect on TQ's side, knowing that they might not be able to go in there, but they're going to go ahead and focus on just painting the map red and taking all the camps.
I like that decision at this point, right? Like, you can't do much else. Take all the camps you can, and we see new guys doing something similar, moving up to grab their Fallen Shaman camp. Now, the question is, will they go over and try and bully Sonya off the other Fallen Shaman camp? Because new guys has an advantage top lane that they don't have anywhere else right now.
They're going to try and invade on the Shaman camp, but Medivh's going to sniff them out.
But with where the rest of the team is, they have the space and they can do it if they do it quickly. The rest of Ariel coming up from TQ, that's not going to be enough. But Tassadar may go down here. He does have his dimensional shift. And there it is. Goes.
They're going to get out.
That was a good invade. I like that move by the new guys. Now they can clear their lanes, and TQ is forced to do the same thing. But new guys lost another fort. I mean, they're running out of structures to fall back to. Alright, everybody's cleaning up everything. There are no camps currently on the map. And it's 18 versus 16. If you're TQ, I like what they're doing and push this top lane. Or at least set up for an ambush somewhere in this area. It looks like they're just going to go set up on the shrine, though. This is the last, this is the last good place that new guys has to try and take the fight.
Yeah, they're going to need to be aggressive here.
Oh, lots of damage coming out, though. Down
good Sank,
goes the
saves
Sank.
everybody.
New guys still looking for a kill. Leyline only grabbing one person. Down goes Greymane.
A little bit of split focus on the side of new guys. Sonya was kind of tearing into the back line while Greymane was kind of displaced by Diablo there and on the other side.
Well, and Tassadar for almost the entire fight was almost dead, so he had to stay in the back. And that enabled, between that and the one-man ley line and just all the control that TQ is looking to provide, they just 2 for nothing.
This might spell the end for new guys in this game. Don't underestimate the Tassadar auto attack, though. It's going to tear through the Diablo.
It is not as wet noodle as it appeared to have been when they redid Tassadar. What's that talent, too? There's a talent. Yeah, so Tass has the not wet noodle attack, so all the Oracle talents that he's taken enables him to hit like a truck, especially right after he's used Oracle to reveal the area. And Oracle's up all the time if he's autoing. So it's like he turns into like this glass cannon with shields. It's bizarre. I still feel weird playing it that way, but it's a thing and it's bizarre. But here's the fight. So new guys needs a solid defense. They need to finish the Punisher, and I don't know if TQ's going to stay around or not. They have 20. You guys does not, and it looks like they're going in.
Yeah, they need to push in here. They've got the 20. They need to abuse it. Leyline Seal goes down. No. Oh, there's the APOC follow-up. But the Sank comes out in time.
Grayman getting kind of low, still alive and able to do some damage. Still no deaths, but
The Medivh shields are getting some work done. They're keeping the Diablo alive. The Divine just saves the Diablo.
yeah, I thought Tyrael was
They
gonna
just
be able
need to
finish
be-
off that Diablo, but no, and we're gonna have a looks like we're gonna have a game 3 on our hands. I don't
Yeah, that core's going down, and that's GG for TQ.